Oh, shoot.
Ayo!
What is this? What are we calling this?
This is
It is
A work in progress?
it is the what do we call it?
Did you put it on
Did we come up with a
Sunday?
name?
food with
last
generic
time?
taco place.
Yeah, generic place that serves Mexican style, Americanized Mexican food.
That's too long. You're gonna have to.
No, it's fine.
No, it's good.
We'll make
It's
an
actually
acronym.
really- yeah, no, we're chilling.
We're here today though. My name is
Oh,
Isaac.
shoot, the chicken.
This is Curtis back here.
Hey,
Anna Judd in the back representing.
I am representing the female generation.
that's deep.
Our
Shout
guest
out to
of honor,
dads.
Oh my God.
Rolle.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
representing the non-Americans.
Oh my gosh.
Rolle, what do you think about Taco Bell?
It's great, honestly. It's even better when you're hungry.
Dude, I should have gotten more.
Anna,
It
did
happens
we
every
talk about this
time.
last time? That
You know what I
literally
just
happened
realized?
last time.
This is like my first meal of the day.
Anna, what the heck?
You gotta feed yourself, girl.
Yeah.
I can't go buy more food. I'm about to go out of town. I
Girl,
have to go back.
get one of those baked potatoes. They're your favorite. Treat yourself.
I need some Fiesta potatoes. Yeah,
Taco Bell's always here for you.
Cheese and sour cream, Anna.
I do have lactose though.
Except for after midnight.
Yeah.
And mobile orders after 11:30.
Every time I get Taco Bell, Isaac always chokes.
Dude, actually though, big facts.
Is the Baja Blast good? I've never had it.
Oh no.
We're ready to get your first sip of a Baja Blast on camera.
On camera?
On camera.
Mm.
Sure.
Pass the blast. Pass
take
the
a
blast. Pass the blast. Whatever. I'm choking right now.
back.
No, you got this. You got this.
You gotta drink it so that Isaac can live.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, it's like fine. It's not like the best thing I've ever had. I wasn't like floored by it.
Well, he's
I'm
literally
always
from
just like,
Finland,
okay, I
and
just
he
put
loves
that
it.
into my body.
I really love it.
You're from Texas, and you hate it.
Like,
How?
did I say I hated it? No.
I mean, you kinda
Where's
did
Taco
when you
Bell
said-
from?
That's not hate.
I mean,
That's
I
about
know
a
it's
question.
Mexican or American Mexican food, but what state is it from?
I actually don't know.
Yeah, where's Taco Bell headquarters?
I think there's something like Taco Bell like started as like
The next
Hold
a
appearance.
corn dog stand, like a hot dog stand or something, and they started like selling tacos, and it was like, well, this works, and they just like rebranded.
Hey Siri, read me the history of Taco Bell. Okay, it's not reading anything. It's just telling me the socks.
Maybe Taco Bell is a universal concept, not
Maybe.
born in one specific location.
Where did Taco Bell come from, Siri?
I really want to say it came from Kansas for some reason.
Okay, wait, I found the Taco Bell history website. 1950 to 1960. Glenn Bell created Taco Bell. He started Bell's Drive-In and Taco Tia in the San Bernardino area. Glenn Bell opened his first Taco Bell restaurant in California.
Chalupa.
And they called it Tacos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it started in 1954
In California.
in California. Isaac, you need to drink more of your Baja Blast.
Yes,
You're
Mom.
gonna die.
Oh, this is with the Dorito. I forgot. It's like the best part of it.
Doritos, Locos.
Oh man, this
Bro,
stuff.
Isaac, are you actually good, bro?
This stuff is
I'm
good.
good, bro.
You
I
sure?
don't know, man.
I'm eating so fast. Well, now I feel warmed up to talk about.
Hey, did you finish your Terra Nova song analysis?
I did finish it, yeah.
Good.
Turned it in.
What a snitch. You turned in your paper?
I turned him in.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. Dude, I love that Rolle's understanding of the English language is far superior to mine. And he can make jokes like that, and I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Oh my goodness.
It is easier as a non-native speaker to find puns because like you grew up with the language. We just take things for granted, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's fair, actually.
If you guys learn Finnish, you'll be more punny in Finnish than I will be.
And that's a promise.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask my dad if he knows any good Spanish jokes. But he's definitely asleep right now because he has to respond to my last message.
Mm.
I remember the first ever joke I said in Spanish, like naturally, was kind of similar like to that vibe, like where you recognize things other people don't.
Yeah.
It was like, my companion. So there's a phrase in Spanish when you're like, oh, what a pain. It's like, oh, que lata, versus like, what a can.
Mm-hmm.
And so my companion was opening a can and he cut his thumb on it and he's like, ah. It's like, I cut myself on a can. And I looked at him and I was like, ah, que lata. And he was like, and he stopped. He was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I was like, "Dude, I made a joke in Spanish." And he just died laughing. And like, that's so funny. And
That's the moment you
talked
knew
about all
that you
the
were
time.
fluent.
Yeah, actually, that's the moment when you know you're fluent, when you can joke in the language.
I never hit that point in my 4 years of Spanish. That's okay. I was just trying to get through it.
Or if we can talk in Spanish all day, you'll get better. Let's just do that.
Better?
You would get better at Spanish. Just talk 24/7 in Spanish.
My Spanish teacher used to make me do that, and I panicked because actually I don't know if I should tell this story. It's kind of dark.
Okay, we'll talk about off camera.
I mean, I'm an open
Oh,
person.
that's okay.
but
This should be the first life lesson. Is it a life lesson?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess you could probably pull a life lesson from it.
Let's
Basically-
pull life lesson from Anna's story. We'll
Okay.
start there.
Okay, buckle up. So, this is my last year of Spanish I did. I was in AP Spanish 4. And I remember I was struggling. I was really anxious, like, in that class and had a hard time, like, speaking fully in Spanish to people just because I just got nervous that I sounded bad, which I probably did. And I remember I was trying to talk to my Spanish teacher because my sister was sick in the hospital with cancer. And so I was trying to, and I didn't know the word for cancer. And so I was like trying to talk to him and be like, she's sick and in the hospital with really bad sickness. And then, what is cancer? It's like cancer, like with an accent,
Yeah,
right?
cancer.
And I was like, see. And then he was like, I have a brain tumor. And he said that in English. And I was like, what? What's going on? I don't know why I'm telling you this story.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, he's totally fine. It was benign, so he's okay. And I still see him at the gym when I go home sometimes, and he tries to talk to me in Spanish. I'm like, nope, it's still gone. But yeah.
You say to him when he tries to talk to you in Spanish, you say to him in English, brain tumor.
Hey, how's that brain tumor?
He says,
Yeah, just anytime you see him, like, oh yeah, the brain tumor guy.
Yeah.
So what's the life lesson here?
Study your Spanish words. So you don't have an awkward encounter like that.
I like that. That's a good life lesson.
Wise.
Wise words from Anna.
Thank you.
Man. Curtis, do you have any maybe a related life lesson you would like to share, or a story we can draw life lessons from?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like things my grandma would say.
What about things like Curtis would say?
Curtis,
Well,
you're
things I would
basically
say is like learn when to stress about things. There's certain things that like you have control over, and certain things that you don't. So you just gotta learn like, hey, I don't have control over this, so like I'm just gonna move on and just accept it, and stress about the stuff that I do have control over.
How do you reconcile?
With the Glockenspiel.
How do you reconcile not having control over something? Because I have friends who, or I know people who like, they love having control. When they don't have control, that's when they get stressed.
Sorry,
It's like
cheese in your car.
Like that, you know? I can't control that.
You can't control it. So
I
you
can't
just have to
control
accept
that.
There's cheese in your car.
I'm
And,
trying
like,
to clean it up.
How do I reconcile that? Because I could like, I just have to choose not to stress over that. And then I have better tips. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You need to get nachos.
Because I think that's very wise counsel.
Yeah, it is.
And I've been able to apply that in my life.
What's wise counsel?
It's wise counsel exactly because it's people don't do it. Like me included. Like it's just hard for people to do it. It's important to remember that.
I don't know. I just say just take control. Like you just have to really, you have to kind of take time to debate what's more important. Like it's kind of like when you have homework and you're like, what is the most important thing that I need to do? It's like the same thing. It's like, what is the most important thing to stress out about right now?
Yeah, I was gonna say something like if you're in the situation when you feel like you're out of control, then find a new thing you're in control of. Like balance the
Ooh.
control and like things you can control and things you can't. You know.
Definitely.
That's very wise.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like, you know, in this example, Anna spilled something in my car, and it's like, I can't really control that, but I can control,
I cleaned it up.
I can't control her cleaning it
The
up.
record show, I cleaned it up.
I can
Anyone
control,
got napkins?
I can control how I react to that, you know? Yeah, there's some
I
napkins
have
up
some more
here,
here.
and also there's probably some in there.
Thanks.
I can control, like, how I react to that
One more, I guess.
is something I can choose to control, you know?
need
And,
napkins? Oh, you go.
I'm good, thank you though.
Okay.
Wait, I can keep
like,
all
if
this?
you,
I'll take one.
yeah,
Isaac,
you got it.
if
I
it's
got it
okay.
for free, so.
Are you sure?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna finish my chalupa. Anyways, what I was saying, yeah, I got like, I think choosing how you react to stuff is very important because like a lot of times people tie their emotions with like, well, if you do this, I have to do this. Like if you do X, like I have to do Y. It's just like the X equals Y, but X doesn't always equal Y. Like you can choose how you react to any situation, and that's what I learned like probably going into high school that like changed my life really. Like I'm a completely different person than I was when I was younger, because when I was younger I would get mad at so many things, thinking of the golden rule as something like, if you treat me this way, I have to treat you this way. But if that's not the golden rule. The golden rule is treat others how you want to be treated. So like amongst your imperfections and amongst the flaws, you have to like choose actively to go and make it better as best as you can.
Yeah. I would say like when you're in the face of like contention or problems with people, that's when you have the choice to either make the situation worse or make it better. Because it, like you said, it is all about how you react to it. And I know like that fighting with someone is only temporary satisfaction, but like taking the higher road, as hard as it might be sometimes, it's just way better than having tension with people.
Yeah.
And I actually, there's a very relevant story that happened and I shared it on Facebook this week. So if you're following me on Facebook, you might have seen it there. Yeah. My friend Ali Orr, I've known her since 2016. We went to France together. That's how I met her.
You went
She's
to
also,
France?
yeah, she's also a member of the church. So we went to EFY together the next year. We're
Oh,
we're
wow.
pretty decent
Wait.
friends.
You went to France with a girl?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
There's a lot of girls and a lot of guys.
Oh, okay. Hey,
anyways.
awesome.
So it's like a group
Oh my
date.
gosh. Allie, if you're seeing this, I'm so sorry. No, Allie's a homie, and she's like such an inspiration to me because about a month ago, she goes to Boise State University in Idaho, and a professor there, he made a remark at like a humanities conference or something like that, saying like that you actively shouldn't recruit women to study STEM. You should actively recruit men and seek them out, men for STEM degrees and men for like scholarships. And like he was like convinced of it, and like it like hurt a lot of people, and Allie was hurt by that. But like the way she chose to react was like honestly stunning. She started the GoFundMe. Like she like made a couple Instagram posts about it, and then she's like, if I made a GoFundMe, would you guys donate? And like some people said yes, so she started out with a $10,000 goal. Because with that you can start a baseline one-time scholarship at Boise State, and like she's like that would be awesome to like start a scholarship and get that out there. And like it started like blowing up, and within the course of a day, like within 23 hours, they got $10,000 raised. So like that was crazy, and like all these professors from Boise State were donating like $500 a piece. Like they're donating a lot of money, and then like they started to catch like wind of stuff, and so she upped the goal to $25,000 because that would give it an endowed scholarship like for years after like it would work. It would like keep giving money to girls and stuff going into STEM. And now, like, it's literally at $50,000 right now that she's raised, and she's already signed a thing, and like, there's a scholarship now at Boise State University, that all started because a professor made like a bad comment. So like, really, if you choose to respond with love or like putting positive forces into the world, a lot of good can come out from a lot of bad. That like is incredible. There's more. I firmly believe there's more good in the world than bad. So like, and I think that kind of shows it, all these people getting together to show that this one professor's opinion doesn't matter.
No, that's a good story.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
No, and it's a real story. It's so cool to see like actual people doing stuff like that. 'Cause that could be a movie, But that's
Honestly,
that's real life.
It's real life.
Curtis is slurping back here.
I'm trying, man.
That was a good talk. Is this gonna take up your storage though?
I got gigs, bro. I got gigs.
No, you don't. I've seen your camera roll. You keep all these like 10-minute long videos of you interviewing your roommates.
No, that was
Yeah, I thought we were the first. And I feel betrayed.
no.
Oh.
That's a different. That was a nightly vlog we did.
Yeah, nightly vlog.
This is not the nightly vlog. This is my taco. Well, this is a generic taco restaurant that we're at.
Yeah.
Generic
Super
taco
underground. No
restaurant
one's ever heard of it.
conversation.
Anyways, I guess we'll probably wrap up soonish, but
Yeah.
I think this is our time to highlight our special guest, Rolle, bro.
Yeah.
Rolle, do you have any parting words of wisdom you'd like to share with us?
Okay. I have a life lesson and 3 short stories to go with it.
I love that.
Because they're all from my family. So my life lesson, something I've again and again learned in life is just that change is possible. Like when we feel stuck or we feel like we won't get better, like change is possible. And it does happen, like change for better. So
Laugh at me die.
Sorry, Roll, keep going.
Oh my god. You're not sorry for laughing at me die?
we have half of the car choking for Taco
It's
Bell.
great. It's
Hey,
great.
this is not the best commercial for Taco Bell. If this is what
I'm sorry, go ahead, Rolle.
Anyways.
Sorry to interrupt.
2001, we moved to Florida. My dad got a job offer. I was 6 years old. My little brother was 3 years old. And it was my mom and dad. So the 4 of us moved to Orlando, Florida. And none of us spoke English almost at all. Like, first, so my dad's story. So there's 3 funny stories about how our English got better. My dad, I think it was the first or second Sunday he got called as a primary teacher. And he's teaching these, I think they're 6-year-old kids. And he's having his first lesson. And he's like talking for the first 5 or 10 minutes. And the kids aren't saying anything. Like he's like, okay, that's kind of weird. But he's trying to teach them and talk. And finally after like 20 minutes, one of the little girls, like 6-year-old girl, just raises her hand and says like, I'm sorry, mister, but I have no idea what you're saying. Like, his English was so bad, they understood nothing. I was just, next Sunday he got called
Kids are brutal.
in the eldest quorum presidency. That was his primary teaching career, but like, and now he's a CEO, or he's been a CEO of a multinational company, and he's very fluent in English. Like, he got better. So he got better. Then my little brother's story, he was 3 years old. They put him to, I think it was a Catholic preschool or something, just to go and do stuff with kids, you know? And so we lived there for 2 years. After about a year and a half, the teacher, so this nurse, or the teacher who was holding the preschool, told my parents this story. Like, she was just inside and the kids were outside playing, and she just suddenly hears all the kids screaming. And she's like, oh flip, what happened? She goes outside and she sees everyone's gathered around my little brother. And she's like, oh, what happened? Like, is he hurt? And then she comes and is like, oh, what happened? And then the kids are just, so my little brother's name is Rolle. And they all just shouted, Rolle can speak.
No.
Like, so because Rolle didn't know any English, so he went a year and a half without saying a word of English because he didn't know and felt shy about English. And they thought he was a mute kid. He thought he was born mute. And then when he finally said, I think it was thank you or something, and they were just, the kids freaked out. I was like, wait, he can talk?
That's so cool.
And he went on a mission. He speaks perfect English, and like, he learned it, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then my story, I was 6 years old. I went to kindergarten. I didn't speak a word of English. And I remember after the first month or so, the teacher called my parents and was like, hey guys, I'm kind of worried about Rolle. Like, he's not saying anything in class. Like, he's not participating, and like, and of course, because I didn't speak any English. We moved to Florida, I think in August or July, and I start kindergarten in a few next weeks. So as a 6-year-old, it's pretty crazy, you know, I don't speak any English or whatever. But, and then at the end of that kindergarten year, my teacher calls my parents again. It's like, hey guys, I'm still kind of worried about Rolle. Like, he won't stop talking in class. Like, you gotta teach him to shut up. So like, I learned English. Sorry, this was very long, but three small stories. My dad, my brother, and I. Like, we didn't know any English, and we learned it. I think it just shows change is possible. We can always become better.
Totally.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Man,
Thank you for listening.
thank you for sharing.
Yeah, it's a
This
cool
is good.
story.
It's cool like hearing perspectives like that specifically because we like with language, you know, it's something we like take for granted of like, oh, we just kind of like learned it and we know it and we all like speak and get along. But yeah, we never know like adding perspective like that kind of really I feel like helps enrich at least my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, I think that might be good for the podcast.
I'm
Cool.
glad I only met Rolle today and he's leaving in like 2 days.
Yeah, I know.
It's so sad. You're gonna come back and visit
So
us,
this was
right?
Isaac's ultimate way of trying to get me to stay in the U.S. is if I meet Anna on
Did
like
it
the
work?
last night. Oh. It's a.
Oh, no, you have to.
I thought you were gonna say the ultimate strategy was like taking you to Taco Bell, you know, 2 days before you leave.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, yo,
No,
Taco Bell.
It was me.
That was our last ditch effort, but Anna, you didn't work.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Next
Change
time.
is possible.
Hey! Application.
Yeah.
All right. I think on that note, this has been another Taco Bell run.
This has been the
It's
first
been
one.
a generic Mexican restaurant of Americanized
Can we not say Taco
Mexican
Bell or something?
food
Or are we gonna get
where we partake in it and we discuss conversations that are very long.
Mm-hmm.
word?
Nice.
Thank you guys.